Hello guys, welcome to the channel. One second. Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Hope you're all doing good. Hope you've all had a blessed day. It's 7 o'clock, pretty much 7:40. Saturday evening. Yeah, I didn't go out in the end. I was going to go out for a meal with the woman from the Bible study, but to be honest, I haven't felt well today. Like mentally, I haven't felt well, so yeah, I couldn't do that. I felt really tired. At first, I said I weren't going to go because I was tired, but as the days gone on, my mental health got worse. So yeah, so I haven't gone basically. But not to worry. I might get to church tomorrow. I'm not sure though because I've got a flat check. So I could do with doing that. Really, I could do with tidying up a little bit, at least getting it somewhat. Do you know what I mean? Somewhat reasonable because it's a bit of a tip at the moment. So I think I need to do that really. Even though she said she's not checking the state of it, it's just safety. Like I still want to get it reasonable. Do you know what I mean? Because I'll just feel more comfortable if I do. So I think I think I'm gonna have to tidy up a little bit. I think so. I won't be going to church tomorrow. But one good thing is I've been reading more of the Bible lately. I've got a bit more of a passion for it again. This is just, I've come to realise how important it is in dealing with all aspects of life, and the demonic in particular, the demonic realm, like the devil and stuff like that, how to combat the devil and combat demons. I've realised the Bible's so important for that. If you don't know the Bible, then you really don't know how to deal with it. It's one of them. Bible's key for that. Might sound like craziness to a lot of people, but trust me, you start reading your Bible and praying, and you'll soon see that you're on the devil's radar. Do you know what I mean? You'll soon see that. It's just most people don't want to do that, so that's why they don't experience it. But do that, and you'll see for yourself. That's all I gotta say on that one. So yeah. Yeah, I'm getting more into the Bible again. Read a couple of chapters earlier. Probably going to read another chapter later. Trying to read it as often as possible now. I'm making it my priority. The most important thing, because it is really, do you know what I mean? It's like you can get all the accolades in the world, but if you don't understand the things of God and how you fit into this universe, then it's all going to be for nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's fleeting. It's like you may enjoy certain things, but the long-lasting fulfillment ain't going to be there. So this is what I've come to realise, just from looking around and opening my eyes and stuff. So I mean, everyone thinks differently, but I know how I think, and I think I'm right. So it's one of them. But everyone thinks differently, like I say. But definitely realising the importance of the Bible now. Definitely going to be reading it a lot more often. Because I've got away from that lately. I've been reading it. I've been doing words for you guys. I've been reading it myself, like a chapter a day, but it's not enough. It's just not enough. If you want to take this walk seriously, it's just not enough. I've been half-assing it, and I need to take it seriously, do you know what I mean? Because it's serious business, do you know what I mean? It's eternity, so it's serious business. It's a lot more serious than this life, so it's one of them. So yeah, from now on I'm reading the Bible a lot. That's all I gotta say. yeah, also praying more as well. I'm gonna pray in a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing it all from now on. A lot more often. My work, my work's secondary now. Yeah, it's secondary now to I mean, I'm doing as well as I can do anyway. Do you know what I mean? With my work, I'm getting through the material. I may have missed a couple of assessments out of the whole course, but I've took a lot more assessments than I've missed. A hell of a lot more. I've only missed two, so it's one of them. And I've done all the assessments anyway so far. It's just I ain't done a couple of resits. That's all. So I'm doing all right. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I'm gonna pass the course because it's not easy. Do you know what I mean? I feel like things have been going wrong, and I just feel like it's not for me for whatever reason. I feel like God's telling me it's not for me, this course. So that's okay. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes that is the case. Um, yeah, things have been conspiring, just not for it to work, kind of thing. It's just what I felt. So that's the way it is sometimes. No biggie, no problem. It's just that's how it is in life. Sometimes I've come to learn. I've had other courses where do you know what I mean? They ain't gone right for me, and just ain't been meant to be. But I've had that happen before. It's not my first. It's not my first time where that's happened. So it doesn't bother me too much, to be honest with you. It's one of them. But yeah. What else? Yeah, I want to do a word, guys. Want to do a word for you guys. A quick word. It's let me just have a look. Jesus restores a demon-possessed man, and it says they went across the lake to the region of the Gerasenes. When Jesus got out the boat, a man with an impure spirit came from the tombs to meet him. This man lived in the tombs, and no one could bind him anymore, not even the chain, for he had often been chained hand and foot, but he tore the chains apart and broke the irons on his feet. No one was strong enough to subdue him. Night and day among the tombs and in the hills he would cry out and cut himself with stones. When he saw Jesus from a distance, he ran and fell on his knees in front of him. He shouted at the top of his voice, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? In God's name, don't torture me." For Jesus had said to him, "Come out of this man, you impure spirit." Then Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" "My name is Legion," he replied, "for we are many." And he begged Jesus again and again not to send them out of the area. A large herd of pigs was feeding on the nearby hillside. The demons begged Jesus, "Send us into the pigs, allow us to go into them." He gave them permission, and the impure spirits came out and went into the pigs. The herd, about 2,000 in number, rushed down the steep bank into the lake and were drowned. Those tending the pigs ran off and reported this in the town and countryside, and the people went out to see what had happened. When they came to Jesus, they saw a man who had been possessed by a legion of demons sitting in there, dressed and in his right mind, and they were afraid. There those who had seen it told the people what had happened to the demon-possessed man, and told about the pigs as well. Then the people began to plead with Jesus to leave their region. As Jesus was getting into the boat, the man who had been demon-possessed begged to go with him. Jesus did not let him, but said, "Go home to your own people and tell them how much the Lord has done for you and how he has had mercy on you." So the man went away and began to tell in the Decapolis how much Jesus had done for him, and all the people were amazed. Jesus raises a dead girl and heals a sick woman. When Jesus had again crossed over, by boat to the other side of the lake. A large crowd gathered round him while he was by the lake. Then one of the synagogue leaders named Jairus came, and when he saw Jesus, he fell at his feet. He pleaded earnestly with him, "My little daughter is dying. Please come and put your hands on her so that she will be healed and live." So Jesus went with him. A large crowd followed and pressed round him. And the woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years. She had suffered a great deal under the care of many doctors and had spent all she had. Yet instead of getting better, she grew worse. When she heard about Jesus, she came up behind him in the crowd and touched his cloak, because she thought, "If I touch his clothes, I will be healed." Immediately her bleeding stopped, and she felt in her body that she was freed from her suffering. At once Jesus realized that power had gone out from him. He turned round in the crowd and asked, "Who touched my clothes?" "You see the people crowding against you," his disciples answered, "and yet you can ask, 'Who touched me?'" But Jesus kept looking round to see who had done it. Then the woman, knowing what had happened to her, came and fell at his feet and trembled with fear, told him the whole truth. And trembling with fear, told him the whole truth. She said to her daughter, "Your faith has," he said to her, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be freed from your suffering." While Jesus was still speaking, some people from the house of Jairus, the synagogue leader, "Your daughter is dead," they said. "Why bother the teacher anymore?" Overhearing what they said, Jesus told him, "Don't be afraid, just believe." He did not let anyone follow him except Peter, James, and John, the brother of James. When they came to the home of the synagogue leader, Jesus saw a commotion with people crying and wailing loudly. He went in and said to them, "Why all this commotion and wailing? The child is not dead but asleep." But they laughed at him. After he put them all out, he took the child's father and mother and the disciples who were with him and went in where the child was. He took her by the hand and said to her, "Talitha kum," which means, "Little girl, I say to you, get up." Immediately the girl stood up and began to walk around. She was 12 years old. At this they were completely astonished. He gave strict orders not to let anyone know about this, and told them to give her something to eat. That's it, guys. That's the scripture. That's Jesus restores a demon-possessed man, and Jesus raises a dead girl and heals a sick woman. So that's it, guys. Mark chapter 5. That's it. I hope you like. Well, I don't know if you'll like it. It's a bit of bad topics, but it's not very nice. Like some girl dying and stuff, but Jesus raised her from the dead anyway. So, but yeah, I hope you can take something from it. I hope it blessed you in some way. You've learnt a new bit of the Bible anyway, which is good. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's it, guys. So yeah, that's the main thing. Do you know what I mean? You've learned a new bit of the Bible. Yeah, I hope you'll have a good rest of your evening. I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna have a shower and a shave in a bit. Finally tidying myself up. It's about time. And I'm just gonna chill. I'm not gonna do much. I'll probably read a bit more of the Bible later. And I'm gonna eat. I've got some food coming, so yeah, that's all I'm gonna do is eat and what do you call it? Read the Bible. That's my plans. That's all I got to say for now, guys. Take care. God bless. Much love, and I'll be back soon. Take care, guys. Love you all.